Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength and bodyweight class, well, we are going to focus on legs. Yes, you and me, we're going to work legs. And with that said, you're going to want to have a mat close by, some medium dumbbells, a nice open space with nothing else to get into your way, some water close by, take breaks when you need to, and work at a pace that's comfortable to you. Well, let's simply start just by warming up. And as you're warming up, your feet are apart. I want you to bend down as you lift up. Small bend in the knee and then pull yourself up. Now reach those arms forward. And as your arms are coming forward, think shoulders. They stay down and back even though the arms come forward. Now reach across the chest. And then reach forward with both arms and allow the leg to come up off the ground. Utilizing your breath as you're moving. One more time. Now reach across the chest. Full inhale, full exhale. And forward. Lift the foot, use the glutes. We're still warming up though, so you don't have to work too hard at it. One more, reach across the chest. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, roll through the back foot. Inhale and exhale. And hold the heel down, stretch forward, big deep breath, exhale, turning to the front, toes come up. Now sit down in the right leg in a hinge. As you press your tailbone back, you'll feel the hamstring lengthen. Inhale and exhale. Now the other side, reach up and down, roll up. Bracing in through the rib cage, keeping the shoulders back and down. Heel stays on the floor, stretch forward. And turn to the front, toes come up, sitting down with the left leg, tailbone goes back. Inhale here, exhale, aim the tailbone back. And hold. And center, or chair. So, it's still warm up, but let's just use this as like a warm up / exercise. Finding a focal point, something to balance that, or you can hold a chair. Left knee comes up, steps around, and then steps back around. Up and around, and then up and around. Chest is up, shoulders are back and down. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Lift up and around, and up and around. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Let's do 2 more. And one more time. And step both feet in. We have the other side, same thing. Knee comes up and around, and up and around. Up and around, big circle. Inhale one way, exhale the other, and up. Up and around, and up and around. Deepening your breathing. And up and around, and lift again, up, full inhale, full exhale, and up and over, 2 more, one more time, and up, move the legs around. Okay, so now starting with no weights. I want you to think about something. Let's start with our squat. Your feet are hip distance apart. Pretend there's an imaginary tiny chair behind you. Chest is up tall. And let's just say you have 2 suitcases by your sides and you're aiming your tailbone back as you keep your face and your chest towards me, and then lift up. Now at the same time, I want you to keep your knees over your ankles. So you have to sit back with your body weight. It'll feel as if your toes come up, so just press your toes lightly down to the floor and then push up and squeeze through the glutes. Sitting back and press up. Chest is tall. Remember, the knees stay over the ankles. If you start feeling a little twinge in the knee, maybe you're pushing forward too much. So I want you to aim your tailbone and your body weight back as you sit. And once again, the toes are always touching the floor. Inhale one way, exhale the other. We have 4 and 3. Now 2 and 1. Move the legs around. Okay, so we've mastered the squat. Let's take this one more level. So you have your feet hip distance, same squat, but this time we'll lift up a knee in between. So sit down, think of your left leg comes up, and sit, and right leg comes up and down. Taking your time, focusing on one spot in front of you that holds your balance. Now, if you feel like you want to hold on to something, you can, but I want you to hold on very lightly so that your legs have most of your body weight. Sit back and lift. Sit back and lift. Bracing in from the center, especially as you're sitting. Let's do one more on each leg. And up, other side. And up. Oh, move the legs around. Okay, let's go for some weights. You want a medium to heavy set, something you can control. Now, with that said, let's start with lunge position. So, notice that when you press your feet straight down from your hip joints, there's a little separation in your feet. I want you to simply, I need to walk forward for this one. I want you to simply move the right leg back, still keeping that little bit of distance between your feet so that your right leg is not directly behind your left. It's slightly to the side, but not too far. Just hip distance. Now chest is up tall, shoulders are back. You have 2 suitcases. Bend down, forming 2 90-degree bends and making sure this front knee stays over the ankle, and then squeeze up through the glutes. Press down and squeeze up. Keeping all 10 toes touching the floor. That means the 5 in the front, 5 in the back. Inhale one way, exhale the other. We have 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step forward. So your feet are hip distance. Now, I'll turn sideways so you can see me for this one. Feet are hip distance. You can stay facing me. Small bend in the knees, hinge forward. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings and squeeze up through your glutes. So you're maintaining neutral spine. That means you're keeping your shoulders back and down, your chest up. You're bracing from your rib cage, and you're trying to maintain a small bend in the knee that really doesn't change. So the only motion is coming from the hip joint. And squeeze up through the glutes as you come up. 5 more. And 4. Here's 3. And 2. Now 1. I'll turn to the front again. Okay, we have the other leg now. So this time, the left leg goes back. Remember, there's a little bit of distance between both feet. Chest is up tall, bending down, 2 90-degree bends, and squeeze up through your glutes. Keeping the front knee right on top of the ankle, not pressing forward. Shoulder blades are back and down. You're holding 2 suitcases. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Deepening your breath. You have 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, both feet are hip distance. Shoulders back and hinge forward. Squeeze through the glutes to come up. Remember, small bend in the knee, and the only thing that moves is through your hip joint. The minute you feel your hamstrings stretch, you squeeze your glutes and lift back up. Inhale one way, exhale the other. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now separate those feet nice and wide. So I'd like you to come down only once. Hold there. Glance at your knees. Make sure they're over your ankles. Now sit up super straight. Squeeze up through the glutes and press out through the knees. and lift up. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Feel your glutes contract as you pull yourself up. And both feet have the same amount of weight. All 10 toes are touching the floor. Squeeze up. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is a great time to grab some water. We're simply gonna drop the weights and stay standing. So, sweat's already coming down. Okay, we're working hard, good. Find a focal point or hold on to something. Starting with your right leg, knee comes up 90 degrees. Your hips are parallel to the floor. Now simply squeeze your glutes and open the door and close the door. And open and close. So as your knee moves out, all your toes on your left foot are wiggling around. I want you to try to engage all 5 toes so they stay touching the floor, because that'll maintain your balance. We have 5. And 4. Oh, I've got to focus. Here we go. 3. Here's 2. And 1. Come back down. We have the other leg. Sitting tall, chest is up, shoulders back and down. Now both hips parallel to the floor, and squeeze the glutes. Bracing in from the center and utilizing all your toes. See, that's what happens when I don't focus. I have to focus just like you do. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Four more. 3. Oh, I got it. And 2. Now 1. Shake the legs out. Okay, let's bring our mat down to the floor, shall we? Move the weights a little bit out of the way. There we go. Okay, both feet out. Sitting tall, take your feet hip distance, big deep breath, and exhale and hinge from the hip, feeling the stretch in your hamstring. Inhale and exhale. Think neutral spine, keeping and elongating our spine. One more time, big deep breath. Exhale. Now, sitting up tall, I want you to think about something. Simply crossing our leg over, but it's not that simple. You're sitting up. Now, if you feel like you don't have the flexibility to sit straight up at a 90-degree bend, I want you to think about rolling up a mat or a towel, something to lift your hips up off the ground, maybe an inch or 2. This will enable you to sit up taller, and that's kind of important because we don't want to sit down squunched here, so I want you to think about really lifting from your spine. Once you have that down, simply take your left leg, cross over, and then extend back out. And cross over, and extend out. Now notice I'm sitting up tall. My spine is not changing. I'm holding neutral spine. Cross over and out. Cross over and out. Inhale one way, exhale the other. You have 4 and 3. Here's 2 and 1. Extend the leg. Double check your posture. We have the other leg. Cross over and out. And cross over and out. Now I want you to notice that as I pull my knee in, I'm not leaning backwards in order to pull my knee in. I'm holding strong, and I want you to do the same. If you can't completely cross your leg over, guess what? That's okay. I just want you to try your best as you keep your neutral spine. Brace in from your center. 4 more. And 3. Now 2. And 1. Let your feet turn out. Big deep breath and exhale and hinge forward. You'll feel a little bit more stretch on the inside. And release. So this time, bend the right leg. And I want you to use this leg as your anchor to help yourself sit up tall. Now, the left knee turns out, and from the inside of the knee, I want you to pretend there's a rope, and the leg lifts and lowers. Once again, you're holding neutral spine, simply allowing your inner thighs to do a little bit more of the work. Chest is tall. Inhale one way, exhale the other. You have 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Same thing. Knee is out. Lift up tall and lift and lower. Up and down. Keeping the chest up and the shoulders back and down. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time, aim for the butterfly. Inhale here and exhale, hinge forward. Deep breath and exhale. So for these 2 exercises that we just did, we're doing 1 more round. So double check your posture. Make sure you're sitting up just the right way. Starting with the left leg, cross the leg over and press out. And again, it doesn't have to completely cross. You could just aim for as far as you can and then press out as long as you're sitting tall. Bracing from your center. Usually when it comes to strength training, actually it is the rule of thumb for strength training. Let's just make it a rule. When things get more challenging, that's when I want you to brace from the center the most, but yet you have to keep breathing rhythmically. 3 more. And 2. Now 1. The other side. Double check your posture and go. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Four more. And 3, 2, and 1. Keep those feet apart, hinge forward one more time. I will throw in a stretch whenever I can because I just love to stretch. Good for us. Now sit up, bending the right leg, sit tall, inner thighs up, and lift. Remember, keeping your neutral spine the entire time, and breathe. Inhale one way, exhale the other. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Sitting tall, and lift. Up. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time with the butterfly. Okay, now this time, bring yourselves down on your side, all the way to the side. Take the legs forward as if there was a brick wall right behind your hips, so they're stacked one on top of the other, not one leaning back or forward. They're literally stacked on top of each other. The top leg lifts up. It's about parallel to the other leg. Now think only ankle, rotate down and up, rotate down. So this knee stays in one spot without lifting and lowering. You're simply rotating from the hip joint. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the leg here. Now push through your heel. Feel your quadricep contract and pull the knee back in as if you're pressing the leg out. And press. Pretend that it's very heavy. Pulling in and bracing from the center. Five more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold back here with the foot again. Rotate. And down, up. Bracing from the center and breathing as you move. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, push and pull, and push and pull. 5, 4, pretend that it's heavy. 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring yourselves up. We're going to the other side. So hips are stacked. Top leg comes up parallel. And make sure I don't bang onto the mic. There we go. Now rotate the foot down. Keeping the hips stacked. Inhale and exhale. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, knee comes in, and then push through the heel. As you extend your leg, you'll feel your quadricep contract, and then bring the knee back in. At the same time, feel your glutes contract and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now allow those legs to stay parallel. Rotate through the hip joint, keeping the knee up in one spot. Bracing in from your center and breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, push through the heel, pretend it's heavy, and push. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Now let's go over to our backs. Just bringing both legs in. Taking a small intermission. Feet go down, hands behind the head. Lift the head up just an inch off the ground. I want you to feel all the weight of your head in your hands. That's 8 to 10 pounds. From there, move your awareness to your rib cage and close the ribs and open. Feel the ribs open and close. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Five more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. So now both feet are hip distance. Shoulders go back and down towards the mat and lift up into a bridge. Hold here. Here's your goal. Your goal is a straight line from your knee all the way to your shoulders. Yeah, sometimes we're not quite there, but I'd like you to at least aim for that goal. From here, your feet are flat into the floor and open the knees and press them in. Keeping your feet flat on the ground and trying not to allow the hips to fall. You're going to utilize your glutes and your inner thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, hands behind the head, hover off the ground first, and then squeeze the ribs and open. Inhale one way, exhale the other. So think about the rib cage doing all of the effort. Your hands are there only to hold the weight of your head, not to pull. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, set yourself up for a bridge, and lift up. And now press the knees out and back in, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Inhale one way, exhale the other, holding the hips up in the air. Contracting the glutes to keep yourself up. 4 more. 3. And 2. Now 1. And lower down. Hug the knees into the chest. And you know, since we're here, let's do a few stretches. One leg goes down, one leg goes up. I want you to think about pushing your tailbone into the floor and at the same time press the leg towards you with the heel up. And release, deep breath, and exhale. So as I'm pressing my leg towards me, I'm still pushing my tailbone into the ground. Now keep the tailbone into the ground, let the leg go to the side, and then pull slightly towards you, but keeping both hips parallel to the floor as well. Release, deep breath, and exhale. And release the other side, leg goes up, tailbone down, heel up, and press the leg in. Release, and press. And release. Now to the side, and pull the leg in. And release, big deep breath. Exhale. And release. This is a great time to grab some water. And meet me up here. Extending both legs out, big deep breath, and exhale and hinge. We have one more exercise. It's one of my favorites. Utilizing your right leg for support, sitting up tall like we did earlier. So if you have to sit on something, this is your time. Sit tall. Now, left leg drags straight line in and straight line out. When you push out, feel your quadricep contract. Pull in and out. When we were lying on our side, we were doing a leg press. So now we're sitting up. So we have gravity pressing a different way, so more muscles become engaged. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Now some of you, your knee is going to want to go out, and I want you to hold. I want you to use your inner thighs to keep your knee lined up so it's a nice straight line in and a straight line out. One more. And release the other side. Same thing. Chest is up tall, leg comes in and out. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's cross the left leg over to a figure 4. Big deep breath here, and exhale and hinge forward. Now reach for your knee with the right hand and turn left. And release, hinge forward, and turn left. Hold here. And now come forward and simply hold. Pulling these toes back. And let go on the other side. Cross over, big deep breath. Exhale and hinge. Reaching with your left arm, rotate right. And hinge. And rotate, hold here. Aiming your shoulder back. And forward and hinge and hold. Tailbone goes back, toes to you. And release. So just lying down toward the side. I want you to take this left leg, bend 90 degrees, and push your heel back as you contract your glute. Now, as you do this, you'll feel the stretch in your quadricep. Bracing in from the center, and release, big deep breath. And exhale, push your heel back. Feel the stretch right in the quad. Let's do that one more time. And press. And release. The other side, same thing. So chest is up, bracing from the center, squeeze through the glutes and push the heel back. And release. And again, press. And release, one more. Press back. And release. Now back to center, just crossing the legs. Adding a little side stretch here. Pressing the left hip as you're extending the left arm up. And now reach for the ear and press over. Right shoulder goes down for this one. And let that go. Let's do the other side. Right hip into the floor as the right arm goes up. Now reach for the ear and left shoulder down and hold. And then up to center, both hands behind the head. Big deep breath. Exhale, rotate to the left. And rotate to the right. And release. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Go out there, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, and of course, keep the body moving. Until next time, bye for now.